Okay, so now let's get started. So we have a question right here. The question says, when they travel 300 kilometers. Oh, so her journey is 300 kilometers. But let's continue. She traveled part of her journey of distance x by bus. And okay, so the best way you can do this, let's show an illustration, like with a diagram. For example, let's say, okay, let's say this is where she started her journey. She go all the way. The total distance is 300 kilometers. But let's say here, part of her journey of distance x means, let's assume this is distance x. From here to here is x. If all this distance is 300 and this part here is x, meaning the other part is going to be 300 minus this x. So the ratio of the journey is going to be 300 minus x. If this is x. And the total is 300, so 300 minus x. Now let's continue reading. They say part of her journey of distance x by bus. Oh, so this part here she travel using what? Bus. And arrive at the train station, so maybe this is the train station. So this is a train station. Just in time to complete her journey by train. So when she arrived here at the train station, she complete these 300 minus x by train. So this is going to be by train. This is illustration. Now, what do they want? The average speed of a bus was 400 kilometers per hour on average. So there's a lot of information here. So let me show you the easy way you can solve this question. Based in easy way. Draw your table, construct your table. So I'm gonna construct my table here. Okay, table. And then here, I'm gonna start by saying this is a distance. But the distance in kilometer for this case. And here is going to be speed. But the speed is kilometer per hour. And here is going to be time. Time is going to be hours always. Okay, so we got two things here, bus and a train. So I'm going to say bus. And the other one, second one is train. And here say total. Okay, now let's fill in the information. Let's plug in all the information and finish this question. Okay, now they say here, let me check if it record, because the other time I thought I was recording and then it wasn't recording. Yeah, it is recording. Now we go to the information. They say here, how did it say? So now we know the distance covered by bus is x. So I'm going to plug in the distance is what is x, but the distance covered by train after train station to where she had into 300 minus x. So for train 300 minus x. Okay, do you have a speed? Now we go. The average speed of the bus was 40 kilometers per hour. Oh, so the speed of a bus is 40 kilometers per hour. And on average, the train traveled 20 kilometers per hour faster than a bus. A train traveled 20 kilometers per hour. I mean, this is speed of a train, but it's faster than a bus. So this is not actual speed of a train. They say train is going to be 20 kilometers per hour faster than a bus. So if a bus is 40, train is going to be 40 plus 20 because it's more faster. So it's going to be 40 plus 20. This is going to give us speed of a train, 60. Now let's go for a time. Do we know time here? We don't know, but we can get the time. But first, let me fill in all the information. They say here the entire trip took 5.5 hours. Oh, so this is a total. Do we know time here? We don't know. Do we know time here? We don't know, but we can get it. But the total entire trip means a trip of a bus and a train. Their total is 5.5 hours. You see, you can split this if you want, like split like that. Say like this. It's not necessary, but you know, if you want. But we can get the time here. So we have a little formula that we use all the time. We use this small triangle. And then here say S, here D, and here T. If I want to get speed equal to distance over time, Alright, if I want to get speed, let's say speed equal to distance of time. If I want to get distance, for example, distance equal to speed times time. Speed times time. Okay, if I want to get time, for example, time equal to distance over speed. Distance over speed. So now for this case here, I want to get time. You get the time. I want to get time. Time equal to distance over speed. We have, for example, time of a bus. Time of a bus equal to time equal to distance over speed. What is the distance? Distance is x, and the speed is 40. So x over 40. Now let's go time for the train. Time for the train. Time equal to distance over speed. Distance equal to 300 minus x over speed equal to 60. Oh, so for that case now, I'm gonna say, since they have given us the total time, the entire trip took 5.5, means the entire trip of a bus and a train, the total time is 5.5. Meaning if I take a time which was traveled by bus, which is x over 40, and take a time traveled by train, which is 300 minus x over 60, add them together, it's going to give us the total time. So this is time in hours, but in terms of x. So this is hours in hours. This is also in hours. You can see here hours. But it's there written on top, so there's no need for us. Okay, so for that case now I'm going to say, finally, now let's go to the question. Which of the following equation can be used to solve the value of x? So it's easy. What I'm going to say, if I add these two, it's going to give me that. So the equation we're going to use is going to be x over 40 plus 300 minus x over 60 equal to 5.5. But what is 5.5? So if I look in the option here, we don't have 5.5. But 5.5, if you write, is an improper fraction. It's like 5.5, right? 5 times 2 equal to 10. 10 plus 1 equal to 11. And then we write over 2. So it's going to be 11 over 2. So this is our answer, equation that we're going to use to solve the value of x. Okay? So now, let's go and check in the option, and then apart from that, you're not going to have to stop there. Because if they give you in exam, they're not going to give it like that. They're going to say, find the distance covered by bus, or distance was covered by train, or time was taken by. So let me just pick the answer and show you the right way. As in a written exam, they're going to show you. Okay, so let's see in the option here. If you look carefully in the option, x over 40, x over 40, 300 minus x, 300 minus 6. So this is going to be our answer, option 4. Is our answer. But in the exam, they're not going to stop there. So we know this is our option, right? So now, so this is how they're going to do the exam. They're going to say, for example, distance covered by bus. Okay, I'm going to erase here because I don't need this anymore. Let me show you now how you can get the distance. Let's say distance covered by bus. So to get distance covered by bus, we're going to say, let me find the value of x. So I have to solve this. So let me find the common. Okay, so this is going to be x. Okay, so x over 40. And then plus 300. Minus x over 60 equal to 11 over 2. So what we're going to do here, we want to simplify this. First and foremost, me personally, I'll simplify this denominator because all the denominator they can be simplified because they have something common. I can divide this by 2, I get 1. Divide by 2, you get 30. Divide by 2, you get 20. So this question is like x over 20 plus 300 minus x over 30 and then equal to 11, just 11. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to think, okay, which is the common number between 20 and 30? The common number is 60. So I'm going to multiply by 60 throughout because 6 is common for 20 and 30. So here multiply by 60. Even here in this group, also multiply by 60. And even here multiply by 60. So now we go by 20 self 1. How many 20 and 60? 3. So 3 times x is just 3x. Plus, now we come here, by theta itself 1. How many theta and 6 there? 2. So it's going to be 2 times 300 equal to 600. 2 times negative x is 2. X equal to 11 times. Okay. Now, 3x minus 2x equal to x plus 600 equal to 16,6. And then what we're going to do, these are going to go over. So it's going to be x equal to 66 minus 600. X equals 66 minus is going to be equal to 60. Oh, so the bus, it did cover very small distance. Okay, what is that? The distance covered by bus, it was only 60. So the distance covered by train, it was a longer distance. So this is the distance covered by bus. For distance covered by train, it was 300 minus x. It's like 300 minus 60. So a train did cover 240 kilometers. Okay, how long? Because sometimes they can ask, how long did the bus take? So time taken by, okay, let's start with the train because this is a train and this by bus. Okay, let's start with this. Okay, whatever you can start with. Okay, let's start time taken by bus. Time by bus. What is that? Time by bus equal to x over 40 is x over 40. What is the x? X equals 16 divided by 40. So this is the same as, you can simplify 100. If you divide by 2, it's going to be 3. Divided by 2 is going to be 2. So 3 over 2. But now, 3 over 2 is same as how many 2 in 3 is what is 1. So it's going to be 1 hour. But I will be left with what? With a half here, because there's a 2. How many 2 in 3? 1. And they will left with 1 over 2. So 2 hours and a half. But a half is like 30 minutes because you can multiply by this by 60 to have is a minutes, because you can say 2 hours and a half, or you can say this a half make is a minute. So half times 60 equal to 30. So time is going to be 1 hour and 30 minutes. 1 hour and 30 minutes was covered by bus. So this is bus time. Now time for the train is going to be 300 minus x. 300 minus 60 equal to 240. So time for the train is going to be 300 minus 60 over 60. So this is going to be 240 over 16. So how many 16? 240? 4. Oh, so the train took 4 hours. Oh, so train took more time. Yes, 4 hours. So this is how they do ask in an exam, because they're not going to ask just the question now. They're going to ask you or calculate how long did it take for train, how long did it take for whatever. And I can prove to you what I did is correct, because look, time taken by bus was how long? 1 hour and 30 minutes. And time taken by train, it was 40 hours. Look, 4 hours plus 1 hour and a half. What do you get? 4 hours and 1.5, you get 5.5 hours. It is true. You see what I'm saying? So look, some of you might be new here. So if you're new, just come right here, subscribe, like this video, because if you like this video, it means it's gonna circulate to more people. Okay? Share, subscribe, follow me, go to my website, social media, feel free to donate, because it helps to make this project go on. So thanks a lot for your time, and I appreciate it. Peace.